Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. Today we're going to be starting a new Let's Play on Farming Simulator 22. Now it has been a while since I've posted and I will get more into that a little later in the video. But as you can see, we are riding a electric scooter through the Old Streams farm map by Black Sheep Modding. This is a map that they've released in multiple versions of FS. This is probably my favorite version they've released thus far. They did some changes from 19's version that make it a lot better. So here we are at the yard. I'll go through some of the changes I made before I started the series, like just in preparation. But this is just kind of a fun little scooter just to get around on if we have to go places or whatever. So we'll just hop off. So that's our little scooter. This is our garage, and the map you start out with, or on the map you start out with the same truck in black paint that is the starting vehicle on a lot of the map, or actually on the Hot Belly Run map. I'll just show you here. This truck, the 2017 pickup. But in the sale, used equipment sale, they had it on sale, so I bought that, and I sold that truck to buy this John Deere Gator with a dump bed and this fertilizer spreader. This is also by Black Sheep Modding, and they released it in 22, excuse me, with 2x4 variant, which is pretty cool. So I got that. That's our garage. Then over here, pretty much the same starting equipment with the Fendt tractor and everything. Combine, there's a John Deere tractor over there. And then the only change I've made here is this is the same loader and everything we started with, but I bought a set of pallet forks for it, which I put those somewhere. Where did I actually put those? Yeah, they're over here. These are the forks for the little loader, and we're starting out with all the starting equipment besides things I changed. And right before I started recording here, I did look at the used equipment sales, and I saw this on sale. Now, we own a 7810, however, this one is $36,447 for a used one, and the one we have is worth $81,000. Now, I didn't stage this. I honestly don't know how to, but this is I feel like the best thing we can do here is get that $50,000 to give us a jump start. So we're gonna sell this, buy this on sale, and we'll even add some things that are our own personal touches to it. So I want BKTs. Let me just customize this and I'll get back to you guys. Alright, so this is what I've come up with. As you can see, we have these Nokian tires. Now, something they added in 22 was different designs of Nokian tires. So the ones we're used to are the communal tires in 19 and previous games. But I like that they did these kind of cross pet of the Nokian and ag tires. So I'm going to go with that because this is probably going to be a road tractor mainly, but it still is good in the field. Custom license plate, new feature they added. So that's 37,000 gone. We have a utility vehicle, we can't even use this. So we're going to get started here. We have fields 1 and 2 that we own right now, but with that extra cash we might want to consider getting another field if we take a look at what's available. All these fields look to be empty at the moment. Yeah, they aren't planted. So I'd like something ready to harvest ideally. How much is this field? 54,000, okay. Obviously we have to be pretty creative. I like that Black Sheep Modding keeps their fields pretty cheap. Also, they added this new section of the map, which is kind of cool. They did get rid of the forestry area though, which kind of stinks, but it's still nice to have a little more map to play on. We might be it might be a good idea to buy. No, that's too expensive. What about that field? Maybe I want a field that's ready to harvest and a little bit far out, so we actually have to drive around some. I'm leaning towards this field, or actually a field we could fertilize would be a really good idea. Actually, field 7, well, what's in it, actually? Soybeans, yes. So we're going to buy field 9. Okay, actually, I confused that. So field 7 has cotton in it right now, which we can't really harvest that easily. But I think we'll go with field 9 because it's still a little far out, but not too far out. So we'll add a field. So now we're down to 80,000. So I'll see you guys up at the store here when I grab the tractor. Alright, we're in our 7810 now. Now you're gonna have to let me know how the audio levels are with like my voice to the game. Let me know how those audio levels are down below in the comments. And I know I haven't posted in a while. I have been busy with a lot of IRL things going on in my life, so that's kind of why I haven't posted since Thanksgiving time in America, or just the end of November for everybody else. So yeah, that's the only reason I've been kind of gone, but I'll try to post when I can. I'm kind of thinking of switching to a Sunday posting schedule because the issue with posting on Fridays is with just things I have to do on the days before it. Kind of makes it hard to upload a video overnight on Thursday, so it's going to be easier to have it where I post on Sundays. That way I have a little more time frame to work with. So that's just kind of my reasoning for switching the schedule up. So if I post videos when I can, it'll be on Sundays now. Or if I have a video in between, I'll just post it whenever. Alright, we got that reattached now and we're ready to go there. And then what I think I'm going to do here is, before we end this day, I am going to grab... Actually, we should get this planter going. But I am going to grab the John Deere Gator and throw some fertilizer in it. So I'm just going to pull this truck out and then we'll grab the Gator and switch beds. Alright, we have the Gator out now, so I think we'll just throw this bed under this little bay here next to the articulating wheel loader. Just drop that there. Again, I apologize if I'm a little rusty here. I haven't made a video in quite a while, so if the editing's a little off or stuff like that, just I'll need a little time to get back into the swing of things. I don't know if we'll keep the Gator in here forever. I just kind of did that for the start. I don't know if I want to keep it in here for a long time because of how hard it is to get in and out. So we're going to run up to the store and grab some fertilizer with this. These Gators aren't exactly the fastest thing in the world, but in real life these aren't very fast at all to drive. I have driven a 2x4 and 6x4 Gator in real life, and they are pretty slow to drive actually. The mod in FS actually has the ability to have higher speed gearing put in it, which I might do on this eventually. Also, I love the detail that they added, like fire brigade sirens into the map just randomly. That's kind of cool little detail. I don't want to buy too much fertilizer because I just don't really want to overbuy when we're starting out, but we need land and we need fertilizer on our fields. So we'll grab a pallet of it here. I'm thinking, oh, you can buy liquid fertilizer in bags. That's interesting. We can either go for this big pallet, which is 750 liters, or a big bag that's 1,000 liters. I'm kind of thinking a pallet because I don't know how much our little loader can actually pick up. And I know that big bags are generally used more over in Europe and stuff, but I think this will be a little more user-friendly for our little loader. Perfect. So this can hold 1,000 liters in here, so I could have gotten the big bag actually. But really, we don't need much. This goes pretty far. Now, I was doing a test in a multiplayer game, and I did find out that these turf tires it has on it, you can see, those do actually act like row crop tires to keep the ground from getting, or the plants from getting destroyed. So that's a little interesting detail. There's no way to get up there, so I'm gonna have to go through the yard. Alright, we're at our field now. And this should be ours. Yep. So this might take a while because it's a narrow working width, but I don't think it'll take too long. So, I am going to continue the hot Belleron. I honestly don't know how to pronounce that in the correct French way, but the European map in 22 base game, I am going to try to continue that series when I get some time to work on it. Personally, I enjoy the map, however, I feel like the European maps made by Giants are a little too open for my taste. When it comes to playing European maps, I really like playing the smaller, tighter knit, more like smaller roads and stuff if I'm going to play a European map, but if I'm going to play an American map, I want it to be like Midwest American, if that makes sense. And you might be wondering when I'm going to start the replacement to the Lone Oak Farm Vlog series. I want to start it as soon as I can, but the thing I'm dealing with is the lack of mods for good American mod maps. I'm waiting for the right one because I intend to do the series for a long time on the same map, or not long time, hopefully go through it a little faster, but I want it to kind of have more space to grow, like a 4x map where there's a little more distance, where Lone Oak Farm is a really well done map, but it just is a little too small. It's only a 1x map, I believe, where I'd like to play on like a 4x, just for a little more space to have to move around places and stuff, and warrant like bigger stuff, things like that. So if a map like Autumn Oaks or something came to 22, I would probably, that would be what I would do the Lone Oak series on, just all the Farm Vlog series. But yeah, we'll get back to continuing on this field here. How did I do coverage-wise? Oh wow, I actually got the whole thing. That's impressive. So we'll let that get a growth stage, and then we'll do another application of fertilizer to the field. Right now, though, I'm going to start the drill on the field. Now, I might shut season cycles off. I'm not exactly sure yet. I think I'll leave it on for right now, but I would have to leave it on right now if I want to harvest, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments, or actually I'll put a poll if we should keep this series seasons cycle on or off. For now, I'm just going to play it like it's on, but we'll see what we decide to do. I'll just sleep through the night here, and then we'll reapply. I know it's going to be kind of repetitive here for this first little bit, but we'll do that field quick, and then we'll see if there are any contracts we can do. Alright, so it's a new day here, and something I wanted to bring up is a glitch I've been having is whenever I don't know if it's after when I slept, or if it's a problem with the whole HUD hide thing, but for some reason whenever I sleep, I think it lifts up the player, because now I don't fit through doorways as good. You can see I'm hovering way higher than I normally would be. I don't know if that's just a little glitch or something, but I can normally fit through these doors without it like glitching through like this. So that's just something to bring up. But our fields, if we take a look here, this one's getting a little closer. As you can see, one thing I wanted to check was the contract, and there's quite a few actually. We have harvesting, spraying. We have quite a few things we could do. Baling in field 37. That looks like kind of a cool contract. Okay, so field 37's down here. It's a pretty good sized field, but they give pretty good equipment actually, believe it or not. The $17,000 reward minus 616, but you get that back in extra hay you make. It's a pretty big looking job, but again, there is good money to be had in it. Look at these other three, but this one's pretty good too. This one here, 8,000, field 14, where is that? Oh, So field 14 is way up here on the northern part of the map. I think that I'll eventually get better at knowing the numbers and stuff, but it's just going to take me a bit to get used to everything. But I'm kind of thinking that we should start with that one because we don't have much to do right now. And it's a kind of a cool thing to do at least once when we're not so busy. So, borrow the items. That's contract started. So to start with, let us grab the equipment. So what have we got? We've got the Krone Big M 450, which I haven't gotten to use yet, and then a Fendt 930 Vario, pretty good sized tractor. We've got a Merger. I haven't gotten to use this yet. Tedder I've used 100 times. I haven't gotten to use the new case baler, and I've used auto stackers before. So a lot of new stuff that I haven't tried, or at least I haven't used anything in this lineup in 22, so that's pretty fun. So we'll hop in this, and we're gonna head over to the field, and we'll probably move to a time lapse of cutting this field, so enjoy that. Alright, so we finished merging hay, cutting, and tedding all the hay in this field. I did kind of get carried away. I was listening to music and stuff. But we got a lot of the field done. So now we're getting ready to bale the field. You may have seen in the end of the time lapse I got hit by a car. So we'll do a quick replay here. So the reason that happened was I didn't look both ways, because when I time-lapse I tend to avoid moving my head in the game a lot, because I don't want to make everybody dizzy with how much movement there is. So I just wanted to make sure that was all good. Let me just quickly I'm going to go to the biggest size we can. Okay. So we're making the biggest bales we can now. But I'm just making sure I get all this right. Okay. So, this is the first time I've run this baler. But anyways, so that is the risk you run when time-lapsing, is you could risk hitting a car like that. I was in cab view, so I couldn't really see it. But that is what it is, I guess. I'm kind of thinking I made these windrows too big, actually. Because I have to go over them twice, maybe. So maybe it wasn't worth it to do it that way. I don't know. Some missing spots. But this baler is really, really big. It's quite the land boat for a baler. It's quite long. But I'm making the bales as big as I can so that we can be as efficient as possible. I'm not exactly sure where we're selling. I'm thinking it would be the animal dealer if I had to guess. But we're going to have to go over everything twice, it looks like. Alright, so we're about halfway through the field now, as you can see. And we didn't miss a lot of spots. It still misses tiny little chunks. I don't know if we're going to bother with it or not. I have figured out that if you go in cab, you can see a lot better. I was going to bring the equipment back, but just to save on a little bit of time, I thought it would be pointless to bring it back to the shop. I could. I don't know if I'll do it for this contract, because we still have a lot more to go. But I haven't played, really done field work in Farm Sim in a little while. I actually played it in a while at all, but yeah, I think now that I've gotten used to it again, I'm going okay with it. But the addition of this baler is pretty nice, and the ability to adjust the size for your equipment. Obviously, I'm going as big as I can to save on the amount of trips I have to take. I mean, the original bales in 19, you could hold 4,000 liters. These ones I think can hold about 8,000 liters, which is pretty good. Or like 240 cubic meters or something like that. I'd say we'll have to make about 2 trips. We might have to polish up some spots. I have to grab the auto stacker from the store, obviously, but I'm guessing we'll have to clean up a tiny bit. We could try to get as much as we could out of this. I could put it to the lowest setting and do it that way. And try to get one more bale. We'll see where we're at. Alright, so we're reaching the end of this pass now. And I'm thinking we'll get a full bale out of this, but I'm not sure if it's going to be worth bothering with the little chunks. It might be, because there's quite a few of them. To finish this bale, I think it's going to be worthwhile to do it. It's just a matter of getting to all of them. That's that bale done. So I think that's all we're going to get out of this. So we'll just dump these last 2 and then call that good. So now I'm going to run to the store and I'll see you guys when I get back to the auto stacker. Alright, we're at the field now. We're going to drop this pickup down and we're going to start loading bales. So I think this is going to take about 3 trips. And where actually are we going? Well, that's not a far drive at all. That's perfect. So just down this road a little ways, we'll be able to go and drop these off, which is really convenient. Not too far of a drive. Obviously we have to wait for each pair to stack. I shut the HUD off for a thumbnail quick. We'll leave it off right now since it's pretty immersive to have it off. I'll turn it back on when we start selling bales. Just need to get a few screenshots for thumbnails. Okay, we shut off HUD now so that we don't have to, we can actually see what we're doing again. Just needed to grab a couple pictures for thumbnails. We might actually get this in 2 loads. I'm not sure. This auto stacker holds 16 bales, so that, if that gives any idea, I'm guessing, yeah, we can do this in 2 loads, I think. We're at 12 right now. We're about to get to 2 more here. I think we'll do this in 2 loads easily, I hope. If not, we can do another load. It's not a problem. Oh, it's 14. Nope, it's going to be 3 loads. 2 in a little bit, but that's fine. Put it into road mode. If we would have had a 16 space one, we could have been fine, but that's okay. So we'll head down the road here. For a second, this looked like pavement. It's just a withered crop. I also really like this directional HUD they added with the coordinates. I know that it's a little different, but it's actually nice having it where it's pointed in that orientation if you like it to be that way. I'm indifferent about it because I'm used to the other way of doing it, but this isn't that bad. Either way is good. So this looks like the sell point. We'll just back into it, I think. Gotta not jackknife it. This should be good. Yeah, this, I'm hoping we get a bonus because we did the whole thing. Usually you do. I think we'll have to, that'll be the 3rd load that we get. Oh, actually. Oh, we're gonna get a pretty good bonus if that's the case. If we've already done 67%. Alright, now we have our 2nd load on the auto stacker. There were 2 bales left in the field, so I could keep those. Actually, I could have kept a lot of these for, like, if we bought sheep, but we're just not at that stage yet. If this contract comes up again and we don't have hay equipment, we will probably keep some of the hay, but just for right now, we're going to do it this way just so that we have money to invest. So we'll drop this load and see how much we get, and then I'll do a total when I'm editing of how much we got. Alright, here we go. How much are we going to get? $9,000. That's pretty good considering this pays $14,000, so that's a $24,000 profit. But we still have 2 more we can get from the field. So we're going to probably be in the range of about $25,000 from this. So when you think about that, I mean, I've spent an hour and a half on this, so that's not too bad. Obviously doing your own things like production chains would make a lot more money, but this is a pretty good kickstart to what we're doing here. We should be back to $100,000, which would be pretty nice to be at. I did slow down time because it was going to rain. We can put that back to ×5 now. So we'll just grab these 2 bales and then we'll head into the outro. Alright, here's the last two. Let's see what we get. 2,500. That's even better than I was thinking. Okay. So let's actually grab this screenshot. And we will accept the contract. Obviously, we lost a little bit from the lease costs. So we'll collect that. And there we go. Wow, 105,000. That's even better than when we started. Alright, so we're back at the yard now. And this is going to be the end of the video. I know it's kind of a slow episode, but I'm still trying to figure out what direction we're going with this series. Obviously, vote in the poll. What is that? Oh, a ferry. Actually, that's an air raid siren. Interesting. Yeah, if you want to see more of this series, let me know in the comments. I know it hasn't been a while since I posted, and I'm going to be kind of sporadic with my posting for a while, but bear with me on that. But for now, this is what I can get out to you guys, so I hope you enjoyed this start to this. We will continue on our other series as well on Hot Belly Run. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye everybody. Thanks for watching.